For a hard-earned thirst, you need a big cold beer. And that beer is Musos, Melbourne Musos. You can get it playing heavy metal. You can get it hanging it on Chris's big-ass drum kit. As a matter of fact, you can get it any old how. As a matter of fact, I got it now. So for a hard-earned thirst, you need a big cold beer. And that beer is Melbourne Musos. That comes in and it's already been limited or compressed and all this, and there's not a lot that you can do about it. I can talk about it because this is going on to Channel 31. I mean, of course, with TV, there's a different set of little rules that we all have to follow before it gets put on air that's very different from YouTube or other forms of social media like Facebook, where you just press the button and away you go, warts and all, you know, holding the camera up at a live gig and go, wow, isn't that terrific? And basically you're hearing 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that sort of stuff. So you've got different frameworks for different things. And when you're saying mastering songs for different formats and stuff, piqued my interest, because one of the things, like with Pete Townsend, I seem to be referencing The Who quite a bit, but the thing about him is that they would have a little 1960s transistor radio in the studio for their singles, you know, so when I Can't Explain or Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere and all that kind of thing, it'd be sounding lush and full with, you know, the best that the 1960s studios could, whatever, but the finished product was on a little tiny, you know, transistor radio. I was coming up in the world. Do you remember the crystal radio sets?
I do remember vaguely.
You click them onto a bit of metal.
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't slap my hand away there. Yeah. Anyway, but what goes on is that that's the way you hear it. So, you know, that's one thing. You could have a lush bass and lush this, and it all gets lost.
It does.
You know, that kind of thing.
And we've kind of gone full circle with that again, because now with people, you and I grew up in an area where people had dedicated stereo systems, and there were stores dedicated to buying them, and you know, you'd set them up, and that was entertainment. You know, you'd just hang out and just listen to music. You know, whereas now music, the consumption of music, for most adolescents, youngsters, is becoming not really a primary activity as much as it's an adjunct to the social media they're on, or they're online with their friends or whatever. You know what I mean? It's and they don't sit down, and it's not their fault. It's just the environment. This is the times they're growing up in. But they don't sit down as we did in front of a stereo and listen to it and really appreciate the experience of it, and also do it as a group. Whereas kids don't do that now, and that's not a fault of the kids. That's just
what it is.
That's what it is now. It's just things evolve, and so music is becoming less. You can understand also with the devaluation of it, because you and I had to buy music, we'd save our money, we'd have to go for a walk to the record store, take the train. You know, for me, I had to take the tram, 2 trams into the city to go to Gaslight Records.
Oh, Gaslight, yeah. That's one of my old haunts,
to buy an album, and I'd always get an import album, which usually cost more than the local pressing.
That's right.
And, you know, the anticipation of
getting it home.
Going home, and the ritual
I used to have to do 2 trains, so I'd always get off at Flinders Street and do a race.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I'd look at the clock and say, I've got 20 minutes to go and buy Joe Cocker, Cocker Happy, you know, or something like that, or you know, Led Zeppelin's Presence album, I've got to go and get it, 1976, you know, and all that.